Okay, so what if you could basically have an entire research and content team all wrapped up in one single tool? Well, that's the big promise of a new AI called Skywork. It's being called an AI super agent, and it claims to do way more than your average AI assistant. So let's dive in and see what that really means.
I mean, just think about it for a second. All those endless hours you spend digging for data, trying to check sources, spotting trends, and then somehow you have to package it all into something that actually makes sense. What if a single AI could just handle all of that, the entire workflow? That is a huge goal, and it's exactly what we're talking about here.
So, what exactly is an AI super agent? Let's be clear. This is not just another chatbot. We're talking about an integrated system that can do deep, credible research, browse the live web for stuff that's happening right now, and then, this is the crazy part, transform all that knowledge into pretty much any format you can dream up. It's like having your researcher, your writer, and your creative director all rolled into one. All right, let's get into what might be its most impressive feature, the research. Skywork has this capability called Deep Dive, and honestly, this is where it starts to feel like a completely different beast compared to everything else out there. Okay, so when you ask Skywork to pull together a report, it gives you a choice. You can go with basic research, which, is pretty much what you'd expect from most AI tools today, or you can flip the switch on deep research. Let's actually look at what that choice means in practice. So, a standard basic research report, like the one from our source material, it pulled from just a handful of sources. In this specific case, only 6. It's fine, it gets the job done, but it's nothing revolutionary. But then you hit that deep research button, and the number of sources just explodes. It goes from 6 to over 30. Right away, that gives the report this whole other layer of credibility and depth that, frankly, a quick surface level search could never touch. And listen, it's not just about having more sources. It's about the quality of what you get back. We're talking about an AI that's pulling from academic databases like Google Scholar, automatically creating charts and data visualizations for you, and even building out market projections. And since it's browsing the web in real time, the info is always super current. The person who originally demoed this put it perfectly, and I think this quote says it all. This is going to perform better than most research assistants that you've hired. Wow. I mean, that is a very bold claim, and it tells you everything you need to know about the level of quality we're talking about. Okay, so you've got this amazing, super detailed, professional-grade research report. Now what? Well, this is where that whole super agent idea really kicks in. See, Skywork doesn't just hand you the research and say, good luck. It actually helps you turn it into something completely new. Just imagine taking that dense, data-heavy report and turning it into an actual engaging podcast. And the workflow is just so simple. You generate the deep research report. You download it as a PDF. You upload that same PDF right back into its podcast tool, and bam, it generates a multi-speaker podcast for you. And here's the kicker, something that's a huge advantage. You know how so many of these text-to-speech tools use that same kind of robotic, generic AI voice? It makes everything sound the same. Well, Skywork actually creates a conversation with multiple distinct speakers. The result is just so much more natural and way more engaging to listen to. But believe it or not, we're still just scratching the surface here. Skywork is really positioned as an entire team of AI agents. Think of it like each one has a different creative skill, but they're all working together from that same core research you just generated. I mean, just look at this list. It's wild. It can build a full web page for you, like a portfolio or a landing page. It can create documents and slide presentations. It can generate its own images from a simple prompt. It can even make short films with music using something called Skyreels. And get this, it can even build interactive, open-world game environments. You're not just getting an assistant. You're basically getting a whole creative agency. So let's be real, the world is flooded with new AI tools every single day. So what makes this one actually different? It really seems to boil down to 3 big things: trust, access, and integration. Okay, let's break that down. First, credibility. You know how a lot of AIs can hallucinate and just make stuff up? Skyworks cites over 30 verifiable sources. Then there's accessibility. Most of these powerful models are locked-down, proprietary systems. Skywork, it's open source. And finally, the output. Most tools do one thing, text or maybe images. Skywork is an integrated suite that does it all. Text, slides, audio, web, the whole shebang.
And that point about sources is so crucial. It tackles what is arguably AI's biggest problem right now, trust. That tendency for models to just make things up, to hallucinate facts and sources, is a huge issue. Skywork's solution seems to be total transparency, backing up every claim with a long list of real references that you can actually go and check for yourself.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty mind-bending question. We're watching the lines between all these specialized AI tools just completely blur. They're merging into one integrated super agent. So when a single platform can take one idea and turn it into a research paper, a podcast, a website, and a video, you really have to wonder what's next. What task, creative or analytical, is really off the table?